Welcome to 60 Skills. Today we are going to discuss the secrets of training astral energy. All right, as has been frequently discussed in the 60 Skills curriculum, training ligament and tendon, particularly the infamous fascia, greatly enhances the amount of astral energy you can move through the body. This is a good reason to do a fair amount of this kind of training, particularly in the beginning. Again, in many cases, the ligament and tendon training is the secret sauce, if you will, to generating large amounts of energy. But what are the other ways of training energy? Okay, well, first of all, let's go over what astral energy is. Fundamentally, it is the energy of sensation, or sensation itself. Because we don't have a meter that goes, your astral energy is a 4.7 today, but it was a 3.2 yesterday, good job, we are limited by the amount of sensation being our guide to how effective something is at training astral energy. Because astral energy is, in fact, sensation. It's sensation and emotion and energy. Okay, so what are some other things we can do to enhance this? Well, as has been occasionally mentioned in the 60 Skills curriculum, aggressive pranayama increases the amount of energy the body seems to manifest. Now, there's a biomechanical reason for this. You see, the degree to which oxygen can interact with your cells is limited by the amount of carbon dioxide in your bloodstream. It's a fancy way of stating the more carbon dioxide, not monoxide, carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide is a poison. Carbon dioxide allows your metabolism to increase its efficacy. So the cells themselves actually burn more oxygen and generate more energy. In fact, before the advent of modern therapeutic psychoactive drugs for things like depression, one of the main treatments for this was actually inhaling a gas that was 70% oxygen and 30% carbon dioxide, because that additional carbon dioxide could reset certain functions in the brain by allowing oxygen to penetrate deeper into the cells. It's an interesting, if not little studied phenomenon. However, we have a way of increasing, although not quite as dramatically, the amount of carbon dioxide in our bloodstream. That is by holding our breath. This is also the reason why vigorous exercise tends to increase energy as well, because it puts the body into an oxygen deficiency for a short period of time, which increases the amount of carbon dioxide in the blood. So pranayama is one very effective way to increase the amount of energy your body can get access to. All right, what are some other things you can do? Well, 2, be in good physical condition. Being overweight ties up a lot of, for lack of a better word, energy in the body. So getting your body mass in check is an excellent way of freeing up energy that's otherwise going to maintain all of this adipose tissue or the fat cells in your body. Now, of course, there are limits to this, so going out and doing a bunch of steroids and putting on 40 pounds of muscle that you otherwise wouldn't have isn't a very good game plan. However, there's no advantage in life to being overweight or out of shape. So if you want to increase the amount of energy you have access to, lose weight. Okay, what else can we do? Well, you can get adequate sleep. Again, inadequate sleep downregulates the system, causes a lot of stress in the body, results in the body having to fight to stay awake, and in turn decreases the amount of energy you have access to. So the phrase well rested is well tested also applies to energetics. Finally, you have the issue of diet. I am not going to get into a discussion here about the advantages of veganism versus carnivore versus whatever. What I will talk about is the effects specific diets tend to have. If you have a diet that is heavy in synthetic chemicals or artificial foods, your body has to process all of that chemical exposure, mostly in the liver and a little bit in the kidneys. This in turn takes additional energy that you wouldn't need to be using for a cleaner diet. So it's a good reason to avoid pesticides and all these other synthetic chemicals if you can. Next, you need to be well nourished. While there is definitely a role in human health for fasting, losing weight, treating certain kinds of disease, so on and so forth, being on a permanently calorie-restricted diet, for whatever reason, tends to downregulate the thyroid and other metabolic functions within the body. This downregulation of metabolic functions, in turn, results in your having less energy to work with. So you need to eat a healthy diet. Again, I'm not going to get into a discussion of what that entails, that provides you enough caloric load or enough calories to have a good energy level. All right, what else can we do to increase the amount of energy that we have? Well, we talked about synthetic chemicals in the body, so let's talk about the big one. Drugs aren't helpful. Best case, a lot of recreational drugs will allow your body to perform at a level that it couldn't do on its own naturally. Now, if you're hypogonadal or you have a thyroid problem, I'm not going to tell you not to take TRT or thyroid medication. That would be silly. What I'm stating is that when we use things to exceed our normal performance boundaries, it uses something in the body that takes a long time for the body to rebuild. This in turn, no matter how high the peak in the moment is for doing these things, results in a huge downward swing that takes a long time to get over. Additionally, certain practices like smoking, which, while very helpful for increasing single-pointed focus, and yes, I'm talking smoking tobacco here, not other substances, comes with lung damage. Additionally, most modern tobacco has a lot of chemicals in it as well, and those certainly can't be helpful. So, smoking is something you should avoid along with drug use in general, because no matter how beneficial it can be in the moment, assuming it is at all, the chemical load that your body has to process and the use of different neurotransmitters and hormones that it allows you to engage that you normally couldn't are going to take a long time for your body to make up for. Now, additionally, let's get into things like Qigong. This is all good. Working with the energy directly allows you to get stronger at working with energy in general. That said, one of my favorite terms, and one of the reasons why I left this for last, is if you haven't taken care of all these other basic physiologic functions along the way, being in shape, adequate nutrition, getting enough sleep, doing your ligament and tendon work, your purely energetic, i.e. Qigong type practices, are never going to be that effective because they're going to have to make up for all of the other things that are going on that actively reduce your energetic potential. And keep in mind, as we age, our energetic potential tends to reduce a little bit as well. So these are all things you can do to increase your energetic potential or your ability to engage with astral energy. There is also the issue of spirit magic and having these entities turn off various safeties within your body, but that's really a discussion for another point in time. So if you enjoyed today's lecture, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. And if you would like to learn more about the 60 Skills curriculum, look in the details contained in the box below the video. Otherwise, have a great day, train hard, and be well.